is up, my fellow Reapers? It's E-Boy here, and today we are doing another video. Another special. You guys really seem to enjoy the last Thanksgiving special I did, so why not do a new one? The 5 worst Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade accidents. Stay tuned. The first accident we will be looking to happened in 1993. There's 2 accidents that year, but we're not talking about that dinosaur character. We're talking about Sonic. Sonic made the worst accident in that parade that year. Basically, Sonic was going down Columbus Circle, being the hedgehog that he is. All of a sudden, a huge wind gust occurred, causing Sonic to go head first into the lamppost, popping his left eye open. The helium began to go out of him very quickly, and in a matter of seconds, he was on the ground. While he was deflating, the lamppost that he fell into knocked over, injuring an off-duty police officer and a kid. Luckily, the 2 survived, with only minor injuries. The Sonic balloon, however, was put up, but would be used the following year. The Sonic balloon was also cursed, as he only made it past the parade route twice, and he only died 3 times, making him the balloon with the most accidents in the parade's history. The second balloon we will be looking at is Barney the dinosaur. The Quick Bunny balloon took his place due to the wind, so he was pushed back a couple. However, as he made it up to Times Square, he finally managed to stand up tall. But once again, the wind was not being kind to Barney. The wind was so strong, in fact, during 1997, that the handlers had to lay down on the ground in order to keep him from flying away. However, a huge wind gust occurred, pushing Barney into a lamppost, ripping out his whole entire side, causing him to deflate to the ground in a matter of seconds. The police tore him up. However, he was not the only one that deflated that year. Quick Bunny deflated, his ear being ripped, and then his whole hat being torn off of his head. The Pink Panther, who kept knocking down some of the balloon handlers and almost suffocated a woman and her daughter, including knocking out maybe one handler out cold. So the Sonic balloon once again deflated before he even started the parade. And one other balloon made the worst accident in the parade that made the last 2 balloons removed. So luckily he was not the only one. Number 3, the Pink Panther. I mentioned him last time when I talked about Barney back in 1997. The Pink Panther also did not have a good time back in 1997. Apparently, in Times Square, as seen from this footage, the Pink Panther was knocked down and was starting to be dragged on the road, knocking down balloon handlers left and right. He even managed to knock one balloon handler out cold and almost suffocated a woman and her daughter. As he kept knocking down some people on the ground, the NYPD had enough and began to stab him down since the balloon. And also, in 1998, he was immediately removed from the parade due to his height. He was 75 feet tall, making him one of the tallest balloons in the parade's history. The next character we will be talking about is Dudley the Dragon. This accident happened in 1995. The dragon was doing pretty good in the beginning of his debut. However, when he reached Columbus Circle, things did not go well for the balloon. The balloon swerved into a lamppost, causing the lamppost to fall and shattering glass all over the crowd. One person only had minor injuries. However, as the balloon continued up Columbus Circle, it began to lose helium fast, and the balloon had to retire. And here are some honorable mentions before we get to the 5th character. Now, this is the last accident. This accident happened in 1997 again, but this time it involves the Cat in the Hat. This accident I'm about to tell you is the most graphic accident here and the worst. It involves 4 injuries this time. The Cat in the Hat had a good start in the parade, and people had hope. However, it didn't go so well, as it only went up a few blocks before it popped. The balloon went up a few blocks, The balloon went up a few blocks, all the way to Central Park. When it got to Central Park, a huge wind tunnel effect occurred, causing the balloon to stay stationary as the people tried to hold it on. The balloon was heading directly for a lamppost, and the balloon handlers were having a hard time controlling the balloon while trying to keep it in place. The bystanders were cheering the balloon holders on as they struggled, and eventually, a huge wind gust occurred, causing the balloon to crash into a nearby lamppost. And what do you think happened with the Cat in the Hat after it smashed its whole head into the lamppost? It continued the parade route. It didn't go so far until it was tipped over and it was stabbed by police and taken down out of the parade, period. But it wasn't really the end after the Cat in the Hat was taken out. Some people had minor head injuries, but one 33-year-old woman had a serious injury to her head, caused her to be in a coma for a month after the incident. 24 days to be exact. It nearly killed her, but luckily she made it out alive.